All right, everybody, welcome to the day ahead analysis for February 11th. I had two I can't speak. I had two clean trades today, one from the short side on the open, and then I took a long later on. Let me bring those up. We can go through them real quick before we get into the analysis. 9:30. I took it, I believe, right here around 356 sounds right. Once we got to move down and through that pocket, it looked like sellers minus 454, driving it lower. At the one point, these DMLs were all stacked up down in here, so I bought early, was hoping for a push down. If I didn't get that reaction, I was willing to cut it. Got what I needed, nice 40 points there, 45 points, I believe. And then I took this long right after that. After this pocket open, I think that was around the same time. Yep. Once this new candle open, congestion support in that pocket after that move off that DML. Once we blasted up and through this, I figured we would get a nice continuation to the upside and got a nice, I think it was another 45 points there. So solid day for me. Always exciting. Sorry, that's my schoolwork. You can look at it if you want. It's pretty entertaining. Not really. All right, so getting into the day ahead analysis for tomorrow, looking at NQ, I think it's still a who the F knows, like I really have no idea. I think, there is weekly resistance above us. It tapped all that today, but there's a pocket right there. We could find some buyers in this area. Who knows? You'd have a flash in the daily, double extension. I would look to short up in this area around 410. I think that could be a solid spot, but there's still daily support below you around 100, that 21 or 20,100 area or 25,100 area. So just pick your spots. I like to move a lot of break evens with these. Today I played it like I got into a trade. If it didn't move the way I wanted to early, then I would be looking to cut that trade. I'm okay taking a small loss or a break even in days like this where it's really not clear. And I didn't look for too big of moves. I looked for 45 points, and I was okay with a 40. I was playing it safe in times like this. So ES isn't the same thing. You're in that weekly resistance congestion area, kind of near the top of it. You get a move up in here, we could get a live pocket on the daily. It's something to look for during the day while you're trading. That can show a lot of resistance if you get that. And then also, same thing as NQ, back down to the bottom of the envelope, you still have some support. So look to play both sides in this market, but also remaining patient and picking your spots because there really is no daily direction. So it's better to wait in times like this. Looking at gold, closed above those extensions or opened above those extensions today, closed below it. Now we're opened into all that resistance on the daily. Monthly looks strong. Like I said before yesterday, you're at that previous extension. So I think it's just going to grind around here. It might try to grind a little higher before making a move back down. Who knows? Just a market I really don't want to trade. Silver, stay away. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I'm good on that one. Not even going to give my analysis on that because I would just recommend you don't trade it. That thing didn't even move yesterday. Okay, bonds had a nice move through those extensions. I would expect this to get a move up into that monthly extension at the top of the envelope there, and that kind of lines up with the resistance. So who knows? You got a good close in the year. So I would be bullish in this, but also you have to understand we're very close to that. I think we get a push up and 119.28, and then some sellers could step in. So I'd be bullish on bonds, especially after that move yesterday. Dollar, euro versus the dollar, you are still above that weekly pocket. We'll see if that's a true failed pocket or not. Looks like a nice short pattern there on the daily after an exhaust up. Hard to tell, really. It could just continue to gap and rifle through. So I think all these markets are just in a weird spot, and they really don't have any daily direction going on. So I would continue to remain cautious on all of these. NQNES, looking to play both sides, like I said, and looking for clean intraday patterns that my trade gets confirmed early and I can move to break even and minimize my risk. So hope everybody has a good night. That's my analysis for tomorrow. Let's dominate, crush tomorrow. I will see everybody in the chat tomorrow morning. So see ya.